Right, I have seen way too many people overcomplicate bodybuilding on this app, so let's bring it down in the most simple steps for you here today. If the starting point of your physique is skinny fat, which is not that skinny but not that fat either, the best thing you can do is to apply only those two principles into your life. The first principle is to just eat a lot, and the main things that should appear on your plate is vegetables and high quality meat. And the second principle is to train hard, and I mean train hard as fuck. But if the starting point of your physique is like proper fat, then basically do the same thing, but in your diet focus on eating less calories, mainly carbs, but still involve a lot of vegetables and a lot of meat. And during your training, also train hard as fuck, but just involve more cardio. Is it as easy as it may sound? No. Bodybuilding is hard, but there is no need to overcomplicate it. You don't need to track your calories, your macros. Just eat a lot and train hard as fuck. So stay abnormal. Yeah, this topic seems fairly easy to understand, and it is, but it's a lot harder in practice, so let's expand on the things that I have said previously.
Yeah, in that one TikTok, I've said something along the lines of if you're skinny fat, then just eat a lot and train hard. But if you're fat, then just do basically the same thing, but involve more cardio and eat less calories. But I feel like many people would need to hear something more about this, and I will not overcomplicate this again, but I will just focus entirely on the things that actually matter. Once you get into the flow of just, fitness, it gets so easy. So let's break down what I meant when I say eat a lot. Yes, if you're skinny fat, then just eat slightly or kind of above your daily maintenance calories. Make yourself eat more than your average Joe would eat. The typical maintenance calories for a healthy man is, I think, 2000 to 2200 calories a day. And if he eats something above that, then he will gain weight. If he eats something below that, then he will lose weight. And that's basically the rule of thumb to fitness. But how do I actually make this a practical step? It's to, let's say you're eating dinner and you're having like chicken and broccoli or something, like this basic ass meal. And you feel kind of full, but you still have something on your plate to eat. So basically, this is the best position that you could ever be, because once you're full, you are not actually that full, and you still need to eat something to say like, yep, I am totally full. So basically, prepare your food so that when you're eating, you will feel full, but still you will have something on your plate. When you get full, eat a bit more, and basically do that with every meal, and you will start to see progress in your weight, in your strength. And I've also said that the foods that should appear on your plate are high quality meat and vegetables. What I mean by that is high quality meat is basically chicken or turkey, or just meat that is not full of fats, that is like lean protein. And what I mean by vegetables is the more the better, actually. The more colors that you can see on your plate, the better. The vegetables and fruits that I eat on daily basis are kiwis, bell peppers, spinach, broccoli, what else? Peas, potatoes, apples, carrots, bananas, all of those stuff, Eat the rainbow. Always pair your meals with something healthy. Let's say if you're having some meat or some, I don't know what, then always pair it with some vegetables. Vegetables always go along. And let's get into what I meant by training hard. Many people would give the typical advice of, 3 sets of 12 reps with 5 exercises for your full workout, which is good advice. But I would say manage the reps and the sets based on the intensity and the way that the exercise is actually performed. I personally feel like the bigger muscle groups, like the back or the quads or the glutes, need a bigger load but less reps. But when it comes to the smaller muscle groups, like the bicep or the shoulder, or what else, the calves, Do more reps but with less weight. And the reps may range anything from like 16 to 20 to even 30 reps. Let's say on my delt raises, on my shoulder raises, I do 20 reps with 8 kg dumbbells, or maybe sometimes even 6 kg dumbbells, which are not that heavy. And to be honest, my shoulders look pretty nice, so you can follow the advice. And also to train hard. I mean to like train hard, at least 5 times a week with like as much rest as you need, but still following basically all of the rest like typical, fitness advice. And many people would actually say something like to tone up the muscles, do fewer reps with lower weight, but to gain the strength, do more of low reps, high intensity, which is kind of true. But to be honest, you don't need to follow this or that, you can follow this and that, which is why I actually like to range my reps and the weights based on the exercise itself, and always using as much weight as I can whilst doing the exercise with proper form, which is very important. Do not ego lift. Ego lifting is not what makes you stronger, it's what makes you a clown. And also, getting back into the diet, many people would follow along this if it fits your macros rule, which basically talks about you can eat whatever you want, all calories are the same, but if it fits your macros, basically. So you can have McDonald's, you can have KFC, you can have anything, but it just has to fit your macros, your macronutrients. And this is the worst thing you can do for your health. If you don't care about your health, then I don't know, do whatever you want. But this is disgusting, to be honest. How can you have like self-love towards yourself if you're doing something like this to yourself? Your stomach hurts all the time and you don't have energy throughout the day. It's because you eat shitty. Eat clean, eat a lot of vegetables and high quality meat, just like I said in the TikTok. And yes, this was the advice for people that are just skinny fat, which basically means that they have like, they're just skinny, but they might have some fat. Now let's get into the advice for people that are like overweight. The things that I've said in the TikTok are true, but why not expand on these? Do the same thing, so follow your diet, follow your training the same way as a skinny person would, because you don't have the muscle, you just have more fat than them, which actually may be to your advantage, because you can push more weight, thus making more muscle, because at the starting point you're stronger than them, so you have the advantage. And let's say to make it a practical step, to do more cardio, the best way is to try to like do cardio 2 to 3 times a week after your training. So let's say that you just hit at your back and bicep session. I don't know what your workout split may be, but let's say that you do push-pull legs, and let's say that you just finished your pull workout, which is the bicep and the back. So you want to go home, but you're fat, so you need to do some cardio. And I don't mean to sweat your butt off on the cycling machines. To burn fat, you don't need to, cycle for 1 hour and waste an hour of your time. You can do high intensity stuff for just like a couple of minutes. It's to do those high intensity intervals throughout your cycling. 1 minute you go full speed, for the other 2 you rest. 1 minute you go full speed, for the other 2 you rest. And you repeat this for like 6 times and you can go. And now that was the training, but getting into the diet, which is even more important than the training itself if you want to lose weight. And yes, eat the things that I have, talked about previously, but just lower your calorie intake. And listen up, because it doesn't mean that you have to be, hungry all the time. You can do intermittent fasting, which basically means that you have like a 4-hour window or maybe a 3-hour window where you don't eat. You don't take any calories for those 4 hours. All you do is drink water. And this fasting window is the thing that if you get used to it, during it you would not even be hungry. And in my opinion, the most useless meal of the day is the breakfast. Everyone tells you to eat your breakfast because the breakfast keeps your energy throughout your whole day, because this is the most important meal of your day. It's not true. It's just a marketing strategy so that you will buy those, I don't know, Cheerios or some other cereal. So let's say if you wake up, don't eat anything till like 10 a.m. If you wake up at 6, don't eat anything till 10 or even 11 a.m. This is your fasting window where you don't eat anything. And let me tell you a secret. The breakfast is the most caloric dense food that you could ever eat. Think about this. For breakfast, you have cereal, you have what? Waffles, you have the eggs and the sausages. What else do people eat on breakfast? Basically, very caloric dense foods. So if you skip breakfast, then you will automatically eat less calories. So that's basically my advice. Stay abnormal.
Bruh.